Welcome back to another episode of Running Back with NASA. Today we have Jahmyr Gibbs. Now I know this game was played about maybe 3-4 weeks ago, but it's a game that I wanted to see. I don't really like seeing running backs at their best. I want to see them, kind of in the middle when it's some good, some bad. I want to see, kind of everything they got. So without further ado, Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions, baby. Let's go. All right, first play. That stance kills me. It's like a new thing. Screen. Okay. Yep. Early. Hiya. Yes. He made that man propose. One more time from this angle. I mean, first man, you know what you got to do as a running back. You know what you got to do. You got to make a miss. He did just that. Let's see from this angle. So you got a motion. You see his zone, play action. Boom, he got 3 blockers. Oh, my God. Way to make that man miss. And what else I like, too, he's not a big guy, but look, end of the play, shoulder pads down. Let's go. Contact. It is what it is. Yes, sir. One more time. Hold on. Swiggy. Jesus. I love that type of stuff. If you can't tell. Made that man propose. Boom. Initial thought. Let me see. Initial thought. I think he should have been a little more patient. I see what he sees, though. He wanted to trust his speed. He made a decision, but I was just about to say that's exactly how you get penalties. And lo and behold, flag. Yeah, sometimes you got to just get up in there. He's stringing it out. I'm not really a fan. I'm not a fan of this. Let's see this angle. I feel like he strung it out too much. He kind of didn't trust his feet. Yeah, he kind of made a decision right here. Boom. He maybe could have got up in there from the other angle, though. It looked like maybe not. But I'd rather see him go in there, in this gap here, than outside and create a hole. It's just going outside of the frame of the play. If you go outside of the frame of the play, I was told you either got to get a first down or a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Or it got to be a big chunk. You got to look like you know what you're doing. I say get up in there, get those hard yards. Whoa. And it would have been a better run. Seeming like these runs are kind of spread out, too. This is when Montgomery was still there, so they were splitting carries. See? Boom. Woo! I like that. Okay, penetration in the backfield. You got to make it right. You got to make it right. See, that D lineman got his head across on the O lineman. Blew the whole play up. Now this, not a big game. But look. It should have been a loss. Should have been a loss. He should have lost 1 or 2 yards. Instead, he gets back to the line of scrimmage or gains 1. It's a win for the defense overall, but it's also a win for the running back as well. 60, come on. This is definitely a win for the running back, but I love how he gets, look, boop. Not everybody can. This seems so simple, but not everybody can make their body do this. Smooth. Right in behind him. Barely missed a step. To me, I'll consider that a good run. That is what I would consider. Toss. Now this one looked like maybe outside. He should have took this one outside, actually. Let me see. 70. needs to get a better block. I get it. I get it. Then his tight end is kind of turned that way. So he's thinking he got that block sealed off to where he can get in behind him. But 70 doesn't get a solid block. But as a running back, make a play, make something happen. I mean, technically, he makes that guy miss. He gets upfield. I think he could have went outside. Let's see the other angle, though. Nah, I get it. You see the guy number 8's blocking. He's peeking outside. It looks like 87 is going to get that block. That's what he saw. It looks like 87 is going to get a good. He's going to get a good block. He's seeing this guy go down, so he's thinking probably arm tackle, which he gets out of. If Laporta can make a solid block here, I mean, we're not talking about a touchdown, but we're talking about more. We're talking about a little more. It's a game of inches. Every single yard counts. Every single yard. I'm not mad at that right there. I understand it. I do understand it. Like that. Let me see. Get those pads down. Don't let them boys do that to you in there. I look like this might have been third down too. That's another thing too. When I do these analysis, it's like I'm not really. So the game of football is so deep. Like everything matters. Everything matters. Down and distance matters. What down it is matters. How much time is left in the game matters. The score of the game matters. The flow of the game matters. What the defense is doing matters. How the offense is feeling matters. There's so many different tangibles that matter. So many different variables, that matter. So even myself, when I'm doing these, I know it's kind of unfair because it could be a situation where they only need 2 yards. And of course the hole might have been there, but they're just trying to get 2 yards. So I'm sitting here judging it as if it's just no situation involved, just straight up running. Here we go. I like how he gets into this hole. Boom. See, that always lets me know a good running back too. Because it lets you know when they see it. They kind of just react to it. He just whoop on his track and just reacts to it being open. That's a good run. Look how he slips right in behind 77. Look, double team, bow. That's right where you want to be. Right with that double team. Right where you want to be. Boom. Nothing there. Already though, I like his track. Let me see. If 77 wasn't in the backfield, I would have said maybe a cutback, but I'm not mad. Let me see the other angle. He kind of kept his diagonal running lane. Looked like a good path though. Looked like he was kind of where his landmark needed to be. Yeah, he would have loved it. 77, get your head across. I know it's a hard block, but come on. You're getting paid the big bucks. The Benjis. Get your head across. And he would have been right behind 60. Look. 70 didn't get his head across either. 60 made a great block. Wow. See what I mean? This is what I mean. It's a game of inches. This game goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. But look how close it was to being a big play. We talking about a 70 makes his block, 77 makes his block. It's a big play. It's a big play. And they missed it by a head length, getting her head across to be able to get in that position. Game of inches, man. Oh. I don't think he trusted his feet here. Or his vision. Let me see. I don't think he really trusted it. He had it. Where you going? What am I going to say, people? If you have a puller, follow him to the promised land. There's a reason he's pulling. Now, sometimes, okay, you might have a little misdirection and blah, 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 blah. But this looks like a draw, maybe a power. It may be like a power, really. I'm thinking maybe Sewell was supposed to... He's supposed to probably wrap around and come outside, actually. This might be like a counterplay. This actually is a counterplay. And I think Sewell's supposed to come outside, but I guess he finds another way. And technically he's not right. Okay, break a tackle. Shoulder pads down. Yes, sir. And technically he's not right, but it kind of works out. It looks like if he could just get right down the hash, but the play's not designed to go there. I do understand where his mind is and what's going on. You just kind of wish he just kind of looked for that and, saw his guy going there and was just like, hey, wait a minute. But like I said, I understand it. It makes sense. It makes sense. I do get it. I wouldn't call that a bad run, but I would say that he missed an opportunity. Put it that way. Draw. Nothing there. Let's see. This angle. See, this is when I said how the defensive lineman can kind of play two ways. You kind of want him to commit a little bit. So a couple steps right here. He's not really getting him commit. He's just letting him play straight up. Then he makes his move. It's tough. But be a guy, Not much he could have did there, but just saying. Not sure the play was designed to go there, but let's see. Let's see. This is always the best angle. Double team to the backer. He missed it. This is just one of those ones, man, where you have to just go up in there. You got to go up in there and get what you can. Now, see, with a player like him, if I was his coach, to me, it would be a little challenging because the type of player he is, I do not want to take this away from him. I don't want to take his creative mind away from him. And his creative mind works because of the abilities that he has. So he may be a guy to be able to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say Jahmyr had a solid block. It looks like he's outrunning 20. You know what I mean? He kind of had to cut up into him, which is why he caught up to him. But, it's difficult when you coach guys like that have special talents because you don't want to suppress them, but you also don't want them to overthink or overuse them, But I think he missed this one here. You just got to get up in there in between 70 and 60. Boom. Instead of this, you know what I'm saying? He's going out. Just get up in there. And sure, 95 will probably get a hand on you, but we rather arm tackles than gang tackles, Next play. That stance is hilarious to me. Ooh, good route. The angle route. You gotta love it. Hit your dance. Strike the band. Let's go. That stance is just so hilarious, bro. Yeah, I remember it was so frowned upon for having a certain type of stance as a running back. It had to be hands either on your thighs. It started off on your thighs. Then it was on your knees. Then now it's just, you can just do whatever you want. I'm surprised people don't understand the sideways or backwards. Like, it's getting crazy. He's just standing straight up and down. I mean, you know, I guess whatever's comfortable. Boop. But this right here, you love a running back that can run routes, man. Hey, dipping, tripping. Yes, sir. Show me something. I love, like, look at this. Smooth. Look, he had no chance. He's falling, diving. Okay, Gibbs. I like that there. Feel like right here he kind of did what he could. Let's go to the other angle. Feel like I couldn't really see nothing in that angle. Come on. Get the block. Yeah, I feel like he did what he could for what he had here. This is kind of muddy. He did what he could for what he had. 50's holding anyway. Let go of his block late, holding. He still got something. Doesn't matter though, nullified because of the hold. Barely got the handoff. And that boy is electric. See, this is what I mean. Barely got the handoff, almost scored. Look, penetration in backfield, almost scored. When you see this as a running back, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of concentration and guts to stay on your track. Make sure you're getting the handoff correct. Make sure your pocket's open correct. Make sure you're taking your right steps still and you don't panic. You don't overthink. You don't overreact. You just go through the motions. Arm tackles. And then trust your speed. Trust your speed after that. Arm tackles. Trust your speed. I love it. I love it. See screen. Oh my God. He got that boy breakdancing. Look, think about this. He's leaning forward and ended up on his butt, looking at the sideline. Get up. Get up. I'm sorry. It's always people in my comments like, he didn't even get anywhere though. He didn't do anything. I don't care. As a running back, that's a win. That's a win as a running back. Jesus, he had that boy sliding. Look, just have a seat. Yeah, clap. Go clap. Oh, that was it? That's the last play? Okay. We can end on that note. That's a good note to end on. Okay, Jahmyr Gibbs. This is the first time I really watched him too. I saw a couple of their games, but you know it's always hard when you can't rewind and see the 22-man view and just see the whole field. So you don't really know what's going on. It's kind of frustrating watching those games. I understand what I think who was it, Carson Beck, who said that? Like he doesn't like watching football on TV. I get it 100%. I get exactly what he was trying to say. It's definitely frustrating. When you know what's going on and you know what you're supposed to be looking for out there and you can't see it, so you don't know what's going on, it's super frustrating. But back to Jahmyr Gibbs, as I digress. He actually, to be honest, he's a little more raw than I thought he was. Well, I thought he was more so... I thought he was a little more polished, but you can just tell he's young, you know. It looks like he has to work on his patience a little more. His vision is there. Part of his vision is using his abilities as well. So there's going to be times where he's going to do things that aren't ideal to everybody else, and he might make a play, he might not, but you kind of got to let him do those type of things. That's what type of player he seems he is. But overall, I think he has the potential to play a pretty long time in this league and be a pretty special player. Definitely has some work to do. I can see there's some things he has to tune in with his game. Like I said, just the patience and the timing of things, and just knowing when to use his superpowers and when not to, because sometimes you can overuse them. And that does it for Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any other running backs you guys want me to do. I'm willing to do any running back in the NFL. We got some podcast ventures coming soon, so be on the lookout for that too as well. We'll have special guests, some NFL players and all that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, we out of here, baby.